Good. And Carlos, there's a question that was tweeted in specifically to you. As an investor, what are your views on non-technical co-founders working on technical business or technical-based businesses?
Okay. Remember I mentioned earlier that CEOs come in all different sizes and shapes, and in the case of a high-tech venture, there's a requirement for somebody to take to be a technical lead. If the CEO doesn't fill this role, then we'll have to either he or she will find a CTO. We'll have to find it for him to make sure that the company succeeds, because execution, is really the what makes it gonna work or not.
Do you want to see that person as like a founding member of the team as opposed to a hired gun?
There's some flexibility there, and that will depend on who is investing. Different companies, different investor groups have different criteria. Some of them require the team to be ready the moment they're presenting they're delivering their pitch. Others are more flexible and they say, well, we have during the due diligence process maybe, or upon funding even, we can start searching for a highly experienced CTO to complement your skills.
So let me ask you especially about that last part. If someone has a technical business, not super highly technical, developing something like Craig did, but even just an app or something that requires, a lot of coding, right. And they both, just had a business background and said, or both, if there was 2 or 3, whatever partners, and said, well, if you invest in us, when we get funding, we'll hire someone technical. Is that something that's acceptable at all, or you want someone that, is part of that team, or, they've shown that they could really make some traction as opposed to give us the money, we'll hire somebody good?
Okay, we're forgetting one thing, though. We invest in Series A type of investments. By that time, there has to be a product at least in beta phase. So who developed this highly technical product? It couldn't be a couple of MBAs with no technical background, right? So either they bought the idea or the CTO, whoever developed this, left. I mean, that would be kind of strange. That would be probably, normally it's somebody technical. We see a lot more technical people that develop, let's say, an app or whatever. We don't do much in terms of apps, but I mean, they develop something, a product, a technical product, and they don't have the business skills, rather than the other way around.
Okay, right.
For the reason that I explained, the product has to be almost ready to enter the market, right?
Okay, so for those that know, there's seed funding when you start at the very, very beginning, like put a seed in the ground, see if it'll grow. Series A is, once you're trying to, scale up a business, you have a working model and you're looking for, funding to scale it up more.